What's going on, guys? It's Sero here, and in this video I'll be showing you guys 5 insane tricks that only pros know. Although I hit immortal multiple times, I'll be showing mostly pro games as reference points. So let's begin. Let's start off with jump peeking. Jump peeking is very advantageous if you know how to do it properly. When you jump peek, you are exposed to your enemies for such a small amount of time that no one will be able to react in time to kill you. This is very useful for getting information without committing to gunfights. Jump peeking can be used to bait op shots, making it easier to push angles where somebody could be posted with an op. Also, jump peeking is extremely useful for seeing if someone is sticking a bomb defuse. Now let me show you how to jump peek properly. There's many forms of jump peeking, and the most common is across an angle to see if there's anybody there to clear it, or to just like for information basically. And what you want to do is you want to run with W and D like to the side like this, and then you want to jump, and then after you jump you want to let go of W and D and then hold A and S, so it should look like this. And you peek into your enemies for like a split second, and you could clear this place without actually getting shots, because they won't be able to react in time to actually be able to shoot that. And if somebody's standing with the op like right here, it'll actually just miss their shot because you're like on their screen for like such a small amount of time. But this is also really useful for seeing if somebody is sticking a bomb defuse. Like if somebody is sticking a bomb defuse over here, I could just quickly check like this to see if they're on it, and I won't get shot at all. So it's like a safe way to get information. A lot of players jump peek the wrong way and they actually like do something like this. But although that does expose their body like on the wall so they could bait a shot, this is like really bad for getting information because you really can't see anybody. This could also be used on defense, obviously. Like for example, over here by triple, I could clear short by jump peeking, and it gives me information really quickly. Same with showers. And the other way to jump peek is over objects. Like over here, this box, I could jump over here and check if there's somebody showers. If I run while doing it, it'll be even harder for them to kill me. And I could use this box for short as well. This concept is also good for the B box on site. So what you could do is you could just jump while running to the side, and you could get information from hookah. They actually won't be able to kill you. So next, I would like to show you guys a planting and a diffusing trick. So not many people know this very simple but useful trick. It will increase your chances of winning clutches significantly. When you're planting the spike will lean towards the direction that you're planting. This is very useful when planting on the edge of split B. So over here, if I go into this corner, and as you can see, I can plant right here. And if I aim towards back sight, the spike will be very easy to see and shoot from main. Like, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. As you can see, the spike is planted very far to the side, and it's not even in the parameters that the bomb could be planted. And if I go all the way to B main over here, I could actually see the spike, and if somebody defusing it, and they actually can't, even if it's the very side, I'll still be able to shoot at them. And with the concept of in tip 1 where you could jump peek, you could actually just crouch and then jump peek over here to see if somebody's on the bomb. You don't even have to commit to a fight. However, normally planting the spike on the edge of the site will allow the enemies to defuse without you seeing them from B main. This brings me to my next point of defusing the spike more safely, increasing your chances of winning significantly. If there is a smoke between you and your opponents while you are defusing, you want to make sure you don't die to them spraying you down. While defusing, you want to go to the edge of the circle, parallel to your opponent. Then, you want to turn the opposite direction of the bomb. This will allow you to defuse the bomb from further distance, minimizing the chances of you getting sprayed while defusing. The next concept I'll be going over is Peeker's advantage. So due to several factors including human reaction time and ping difference, there's a concept of Peeker's advantage. Although Valorant has 128 server tick rate, there is still some significance in Peeker's advantage. If you peek someone with the same ping as you, you'll see them roughly 70 milliseconds before they see you. Although this doesn't seem like a lot of time, let's take it into perspective. On average, people have 250 millisecond visual reaction time. This means that with Peeker's advantage, you see somebody roughly 30% faster than they see you. This doesn't account for the fact that since you're peeking an angle, you're ready to fire, while the opponent doesn't know exactly when you will peek. So in reality, you'll be reacting about 50% faster than your opponent. Does this mean you're constantly at a disadvantage while defending? Not necessarily. You can still apply the concept of Peeker's advantage while on defense. Instead of holding an angle for long periods of time, you should constantly jiggle in and out of cover to have Peeker's advantage. This will decrease your chances of dying significantly. It is important to note that you should not try to make any noise while jiggling. Jiggling wide can result in audible footsteps, so be confident in yourself, and take fights. Many lower ranked players only shoot once an enemy appears on their screen. If you watch pro matches, you will notice how often pro players unload their bullets into a smoke or a wall. You will be surprised by how often they deal damage and even kill people through smokes. If you never came close to running out of ammo in a rifle, then you are doing something wrong. A 3 to 5 bullet burst on each side of the smoke and a controlled spray down the middle should effectively clear the area without using too much ammo. This is a huge reason for why so many pros use the Phantom in pro play. Since the Phantom has no bullet tracers and more ammo, it is better for spraying through smokes. Walls are no exception. Most walls in the game are actually wall bangable. You can spray at common spots with the help of the mark feature on the map. You can mark spots where you expect players to be and simply spray them. This is useful for spraying at a diffuser when your smoke's off. Short control bursts are the best way to fire for these spots. Just in case an enemy peeks you, you want your spray to be reset. You never want your ultimate to be random and wasted. There are too many players in lower elo who use their ults randomly and whenever they feel like it. Before I explain how to utilize your ult most effectively, I need to go over how you get ult points. You get 1 point for every kill, 1 point for every death, 1 point for every defuse, 1 point for every plant, not to forget the ult orb. There are 2 on each map. Grabbing these will decrease the time it takes to get your ultimate significantly. At the start of each round, you want to see if you or your teammates have an ultimate ready. You should play your round based off your ults available. It is important to see if you or your teammates are close to getting their ults. Even if they are 2 points off, you can still base the round off the ult. For example, if you see that your killjoy has 5 out of 7 points for her ult, you can run and get both orbs to still utilize the ult in that same round. It is also extremely important to focus on what ult the enemy team has as well. Let's say you are playing Sova or Brim on Ascent. If there is a killjoy on the enemy team, you want to save your ult. This is because a Sova ult and a Brim ult are a direct counter to killjoys, and it isn't going to be a waste. Not paying attention to enemy ult and using your ult elsewhere can result in a round loss, which could have been easily a win. So always make sure to hit tab at the beginning of the round to see everyone's ult so you know what to expect. So we have come to the end of this quick video. I hope you guys learned something. These videos take me some time to make, so make sure to subscribe. It really helps me out a ton and you can change your mind whenever you want. That's all I have for today. Peace.